Hi guys, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, I got a post here from Hedera and I thought I'd share this with you, and as soon as I saw this I could relate to it straight away, so I think this is really great to see. So the post says, 3 billion people transact locally but are locked out of global income. Rosen is changing that. Everyday helps become instant cross-border earnings paid in Hedera USDC in seconds, at a fraction of a cent with no banking or language barriers. Okay, so let's get a bit deeper into this. I've got the article open. Rosen is a borderless social economy app that turns everyday helps into instant cross-border micro earnings. Available on iOS and Android across 200 plus countries. It pairs AI transaction with stablecoin payments so Gen Z users and small businesses can post and complete nano tasks and get paid in Hedera USDC within seconds without the language or banking barriers that normally keep global work out of reach. Okay, going to go a bit further into this. So it says, problem. Roughly 3 billion people transact digitally in their local economies yet remain walled off from global earning by 3 barriers at once: banking, language and geography. Traditional cross-border transfers average $15 to $30 in fees, which makes small high-frequency payments economically impossible. On the other side of the market, an estimated 11.75 million MSMEs want to expand internationally but have no affordable, low-friction, secure channel to reach and pay a distributed, on-the-ground workforce in the markets they want to enter. Solution. Rosen removes both real-time translation lets anyone communicate in their own language, while stablecoin rails move value across borders for a fraction of a cent. Users complete simple nano tasks, short surveys, product feedback and localized marketing, and are paid in USDC directly to an auto-generated wallet with no seed phrases or complex setup. By running these payments on Hedera, Rosen settles instantly at predictable, near zero cost, making every 1 cent tasks viable. Okay, so that's the part that I relate to, but I'm going to get back to that in a moment. An opportunity for the invisible 95%. Rosen was built as an, quote, opportunity factory, unquote, for a population that traditional finance treats as invisible. Young, mobile first, highly motivated people in emerging markets who have skills and connectivity, but no realistic path into the global economy. Inside the app, users join communities based on skills and interests, then discover micro and nano tasks they can complete in spare minutes, between classes or between other gigs. The design goal is deliberately modest and powerful at once, not to launch yet another gig platform, but to provide the first rung on the income ladder for people taking their earliest step into paid work. A student in Argentina, for example, can complete a handful of short tasks a day and receive USDC in her Rosen wallet within minutes. Digital dollars that hold their value and arrive with no transfer fees eating into them. For many users, it is the first time they participate in a global economy on their own terms. Turning everyday helps into borderless transactions. The mechanics are simple by design. A task poster, a brand, an MSME, or an individual locks stablecoin value into a task, such as attending a local event, testing a product, or running a localized marketing push. Helpers anywhere in the world claim the task, complete it, and submit proof. Once the poster approves, USDC moves from the poster's balance to the helper's wallet automatically. AI translation runs throughout, so a task creator in Hong Kong and a helper in Brazil each communicate in their own language. The impact on cross-border expansion is concrete. Trackbill, a Hong Kong company, used Rosen to recruit 80 local, quote, human helpers, unquote, almost immediately to run localized marketing across 3 new South American markets. The traditional route, hiring local agencies, had been quoted at roughly 100,000, with slower delivery and weaker results. Through Rosen, Trackbill connected directly with local promoters, paid them in stablecoins, and cut both cost and time dramatically while improving the outcome. Okay, I'll leave it there so you get the gist of this. Yeah, so I think this is really great, to be honest with you. Like, this takes me back to a time, right? This was before you could use things like WhatsApp to make like international calls and stuff like that. So this was when like international calls was really, expensive. And I remember I had an app, and basically you just have to watch ads. And every time you'd watch ads, it would basically build up credits. And then eventually, obviously, after you watch so many ads, you'd have enough credits to then make an international call. And that's what I was doing for a while, because I just didn't want to pay the type of cost that it was for an international call. So, you know, it wasn't a big deal. Just like let some ads run, whatever, kind of just have it there like as I'm doing some other things and whatnot, and let them run. And then I'll just build up my credits and I'll be able to make some international calls to speak to family. So I definitely relate to this. And so for me, I just think this is going to be something that's going to help a lot of people, especially you know, people in less fortunate countries, because this is once again that they talk about in regards to like banking the unbanked, right? But it's also helping them now get work. It's actually going to help them create, you know, jobs for people. Now, look, obviously these are mini tasks, so I'm not here saying that these guys are going to have full-blown careers, but you know, if people have got enough drive and they see all these tasks, they can really just go out and take in as many, you know, tasks on as possible. You know, keep doing that over time. That could end up, you know, being a decent amount of money for them. And you've got to remember, like, they're coming from countries where the value of what the dollar will be to their country is probably going to be a lot more significant. So for them, it will be, you know, special for them. They'll be able to do some great things with that money that they're making. So this is actually going to be really great. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I really like about crypto. Like, it's helping people, you know, improve their lives and better in the world, you know, bringing opportunities for the less fortunate. And that's what I really like about this stuff. But yeah, I think this is going to be incredible. And look, guys, it hasn't got to be people just from, you know, like third world countries or lesser off countries. Like, you know, people from, you know, America, the UK, etc., like, you know, you guys can participate in this as well if you want. Like, if you're young and you just want an easy way to make money, you could just be making money through this app, doing little, you know, little tasks, and you could end up making some decent money if you do, you know, a fair amount of tasks. So it's going to be a big thing for everybody. It's like whoever wants to participate, the option's there. So I think this is special. Like, I really do. I think this actually could be something that's really massive for Hedera. And as I say, this is one of those like feel good stories for me. Like, this is one of those ones where it's just helping the world, you know, get more access to money and to banking. People who, you know, don't have those means normally. So I think this is going to be one to watch, to be honest with you. I'll definitely keep an eye on it. But yeah, for a lot of people, this is a way for them to make money. Like, if you don't want to do, you know, going out and doing physical labor and stuff like that, this could be a matter of, hey, you know, do this via your phone. I mean, there might be physical tasks that are required as well, but you pick what you want to do. That's the thing. Like, you're kind of your own boss, right? Because you only pick the jobs that you want to do. So if you look at something and think that's not for me, I don't want to do that, then you just don't do it, right? Like, no one's forcing you to do it. So it's different in that sense. Like, you pick what you want to do, and you'll be rewarded for it. So yeah, the opportunity is definitely there. So if people are, you know, young and just want a way to make some quick money, this is definitely something that you're going to want to look into, because, you know, like, this could be something where you make some real big money. So definitely one that I'd, you know, recommend you keep an eye out for, and I definitely will. If I get anything further on this, I'll be sure to update you. But I think this is really great, and I like this. I think this is going to be something that's really big for Hedera overall. Okay, I'll leave it there. If you did like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe so you can be updated for future HBAR content. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be alerted on when I do drop a new video. Thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you all on the next one.